This is the dipstick for the little mower I'm working on, and this is the older style Briggs & Stratton with the two knobs, and it's got the little picture of a can of oil on there, the old style oil can with the little drop coming out. It's on both sides, and the way this is designed is so you can put a flathead screwdriver in there, or if you want to put the flathead screwdriver in between these two knobs and torque it this way, you can do that. So Briggs & Stratton has that ingenious way of giving you two options of getting this dipstick out. There's a little gasket right here that has to be in place or the oil will leak, and the way you check the level on this type of stick is if it's in that first segment, which is, let me set this down, I've cleaned it pretty good so I'm not too worried about it staining my clothes real bad. This little segment, on most of them, anyway, so on some of it says add. So what they're saying is if you get into that lower segment, you need to add something, like half a cup or maybe a teacup. Half a teacup or a teacup of oil usually gets it about where it needs to be, which is this range. As long as it's in this range, you're okay. And this up here, that last line, that last little segment right there where my fingernail is, you don't want to go above that. If you start getting up in here, it's overfilled. And that's the case with the mower I'm working on right now. It was up in here. So not only that, not only was it overfilled, but the oil was just in horrible condition. So I've taken the dipstick out and cleaned it. I actually cleaned the top with a wire brush because you could barely see all the little pressed oil cans. So I want people to, whoever gets this, to be able to look at that and go, oh, that's the oil dipstick, because that's a little oil can. So let's go out and look at the mower. I have not had the mower running yet. Ideally, you want to run the mower for a few minutes and get the oil hot and then drain it. But I didn't have time to do that. So what I do is I just let it drain for a long time. So I took the drain plug out, and I had to turn the mower on its side because I was hoping it would have a drain plug, but it doesn't. It's the type where you have to turn it on its side. So let's go out and look at it and put the dipstick back in. I may have been calling this the drain plug, but I'm sorry, it's the dipstick. And there is no drain plug on this mower, so you have to tilt it to the side. And you can see how really black that oil is, and there's too much of it. So let me try and gently slide this out now with, you can see how dark it is, and it's overfilled. So now we're tipping the mower back up, get it flat, and now I can put the dipstick back in. Oh, I can see down in there. Yep, it's pretty clean. I think we got most of the oil out. And so now you don't want to cross thread this thing, so make sure you don't start it wrong. So I'm just gonna gently push it in until I feel it starting to slide in, and then I know that it's okay. All right, so we've got the oil drained out of this thing, and while it's out here in this good sunlight, I want to show you this. This is the fuel tank right here, and it actually has, I think it's a replacement tank, because it's in real good condition on the outside, and it doesn't have the typical Briggs & Stratton sticker up there. So I think whoever owned this mower bought a combination fuel tank and carburetor because this is not an original carburetor either. It's all black. It's not the white plastic that Briggs usually uses. And you can see the primer bulb has got, you know, a lot of discoloration age on it. And you can also tell by the Phillips head screws that attach the carburetor. See how black they are? And they're kind of blunt. The original Briggs screws are a little flatter and a little broader, and a lot of them do not have the lock washer under it. These all have the lock washer, and that's the way the Chinese ones are. And this is a little kind of paper gasket, which is, you know, not good quality. This is damaged, so I'll replace that or repair it. I'm looking in the tank, and there seems to be a pretty good bit of rust in there. So let's get this mower back to where we can work on it. I'll dispose of that oil later. So here we go, taking it back to the table. As you can see, this mower is set so low that the deck is dragging the ground, and I'm going to change all that. I'll show you what I think is the ideal way to use these, what I call a fixed wheel mower. They're not fixed wheel per se, but they're just not easily adjusted. So you've got to, if you want to adjust the wheel, you've got to get your tools out. There's no tabs or anything. All right, so we're getting it up on the table. You can also see that a lot of these type of mowers, if you leave them out in the weather, which this one has been, I think the plastic is weak and it warps, and then you end up with a kind of bow-legged mower. It's okay. I mean, it works fine, and the wheels aren't damaged or anything, but that wheel assembly is warped. And so you get this kind of bow-legged effect on the front wheels. So we're getting our mower up there. And what I do is I keep a pre-filled jug of oil. That's that yellow one over there. And these mowers hold between, you know, like 14 and 20 ounces, depending on how much you've drained out of it. And what I do is, since this one is, you can see since it's yellow, you can see the ounces real good. And you can see I've got 14 ounces in here. And I'm going to pour that in, and that way I know I'm not going to overfill this thing. And then I'll check it and see what it is on the dipstick. And it'll probably be a little bit low because they hold up to 20. But usually about 16 ounces will get them where it's right at the top level. So let's set the phone down here, and we're gonna get this oil in there and check it so it's at the right level. All right, so there we go. Now you can see what I'm gonna do here. All right, so I'm gonna remove my dipstick and set it somewhere where it will stay clean. Only a little bit of oil showing on there. That's just probably from touching the sides. That's been draining a long time. I just turned it on its side and went to the grocery store and came back. So it's pretty well drained out. So I'm gonna wrap this up in here and set it where it'll stay clean. And now I'm gonna pour this 14 ounces in here real slow and see what the level is. That other oil was super dark, probably never been changed, and then they just add to it, and they'd overfilled it by a pretty good bit. So I would not be surprised if this mower smokes when I pull the cord and get it running. because if you overfill them, they tend to do that. Okay, now this is completely empty, and that was 14 ounces. So let's check and see what 14 ounces did to filling up this crankcase to the safe and correct level. Okay, it's showing on the dipstick, and right now that looks sort of perfect, but when you fill these and then check it right away, sometimes you get a tad of a false reading. It'll show a little bit more than it really is. So I'm going to wipe it again and put this in here. You got to thread it all the way in on a Briggs and Stratton. Some of the other ones, models, other makers, you don't. Okay, so now it's showing that it is barely in the safe level. So there's oil there, and then right up in that first segment, there's a little bit of oil showing on the dipstick. It's so clear and new now, it's hard to see. Let me get that off. That's the old stuff. Okay, so I'm going to add maybe half a teacup full of new oil. And this is what I'm adding. This is it's not fancy, it's not expensive. The kind of oil you can get at Walmart or it's just inexpensive. But this is all you need. It's SAE30. You don't need 5W30. You don't need 10W30. Just 30 weight oil, especially if you're in the South. 10W30 is good too, but this is all you need. And this is API service level SP, SN plus, SN, SM, SL. So now we're going to put, like I said, about half a teacup full. And here I'm going to pour real slow. And we'll get it into the safe level on the dipstick. All right, so now it's full, so it's going to come out kind of fast. I don't want to make a big mess here. What I think I'll do is pour a little into my special container and then use it to pour into the, there we go. So that's about, it's about 3 ounces, about half a teacup full. So here we go. When you start getting to the full level on these mowers, it doesn't take much to get it to the safe level or to overfill it, see? So you got to really start backing off when you start getting close to being where it's quote unquote full or correct. All right, so I'm going to screw that down. I'm going to check it again. And it is sort of perfect. But again, I've just filled it, so I want to let that settle and check it one more time. Okay. Let's look again now. And it is that's hard to see because this is clear, clean oil, but it is right there at that line. You can see the shiny oil there? That means it's in the safe level. Okay, so we've got this correct. That's all we need. We don't want to overfill it. So now what I'm going to do is take my brand new container here, and I'm going to refill this with 14 ounces of oil. And that's for the next mower I work on. Let's take a look and see how I'm doing. Okay, that's only about 8 ounces, so I'm still going to pour about that much again. This is how I avoid overfilling them. Okay, that's 14 ounces. And I'm going to set this over there, and this is for the next mower. See, I know I'm not going to overfill it if I put 14 ounces in there. Okay, so before I pick up the camera with my oily hands, I want you to see how I handle this stuff to drain the oil out, not make a big mess. I use a half-a-gallon milk jug cut in half, and you can kind of shape that and use that to pour the oil out into your container or whatever you're going to do with it with the old oil. And we've got our brand new oil to the perfect level on this mower. So I'm signing off now. When you come back, we're going to start work on this carburetor and tank. So please hit the like button, and please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.